Hey there, welcome back to My Green Pets. It's not often that I'll post twice in the same weekend, but just wanted to share some stuff I got from the Boulder Orchid Society meeting that I just got back from. It is a great society because we have a member who always shows up with a table full of free plants, and they're often very interesting things. So I'm gonna just show you. I just went to have food and fellowship and share my beautiful Masdevallia here, which everybody really liked. But then I came home with three other plants because why not, right? So the first one is this little guy. I just repotted it. It is a Central American cloud forest cool grower. So I'm happy to have it here in the cool tent. And its old name was Osmoglossum perchella or something like that. And I'll put the current name as accepted by Q down below. But they call it the lily of the valley orchid because of the beautiful fragrance of the flowers, and it's a cool grower, so why not? Let's give it a shot. Looks pretty good. Got new growths coming up, so very excited about this guy. And of course, anything that's from a Spanish-speaking country is always great because it relates to my profession. And then I also got two Restrepias. So this one's actually, part of it's potted and part of it is not potted there. So you can see this little guy. This is a Restrepia striata. See on the little tag there. And again, a cool grower. I'm gonna take this to school and put it in my terrarium. We're gonna see how it does in there. And then right next to it, another Restrepia. This is it's actually not Rosea. I believe it's Rosalea or Rosalea, something like that. Again, I'll put those down below. But yeah, I'm gonna put this one in the terrarium as well. Two Restrepias, again from Spanish-speaking countries, I believe. So great for the Spanish classroom. And we're going to see if we can get them to bloom, or at least grow in the classroom terrarium. Isn't that exciting? So, but speaking of the classroom terrarium, I just want to show you really quick what it's looking like in there. And then when we come back, we'll look in the warm tent and I'll show you how I potted up my new plants in there. Just a little update of my terrarium here at school. The duckweed has really gone crazy in the past few weeks. And I don't know if it's because there's more nutrients available in the water or what, but it's really taking over. And it's so beautiful. When you look underneath, you can see the roots just kind of hanging there. It's so nice. This moss it's called flame moss, and it's also starting to really take hold. And the water quality must be pretty good because the shrimp seem very happy. The Phalaenopsis orchids that I have here, many of them are producing new roots, and those little zebra isopods, you can see one back there, they do like to munch on the roots occasionally, but you can see this one's actually pushed out two new roots where the tip was munched off, so I guess that's okay. They don't seem to be growing really that much. The leaves are kind of stalled, but anyway, right behind it you can see my little Bulbophyllum catenulatum, and I'm so excited because I'm pretty sure that it is starting to spike. It's kind of hard to see, but there's just a little bitty bump pushing up from one of the bulbs, so I'm really hoping that it's gonna bloom for us before school's out here in the next month. It should. And then this begonia hybrid that when I was given this, it was just like a little stem and all the leaves fell off, and I thought it was going to die, but it absolutely has come back with a vengeance, and it is a very fast and aggressive grower. So it's going to take over half the paludarium if I don't do some pruning on it. Oh, behind it we got a polka dot begonia. And all these plants were, except for the ones that I brought, were given to me by coworkers or by students or their families. So that's exciting. I love being able to see the root action and how the roots really going down to that moisture layer there and sucking out as much as they can. And then we've got a dry side to the tent as well. I put a crassula cutting here, and wow, I can't believe how the roots have come down on this thing. I mean, I didn't realize. I guess I just think of these succulents as having really shallow, weak root systems, but that's intense. It's really looking for any kind of moisture, so seems to be doing okay. And then I have some other random plants here in the top part where it's a little bit drier. So it's nice. It's really kind of grown in over the past school year, and it's been lovely. I don't know what I'm going to do with it over the summer. I would imagine that I'll just leave it kind of on auto, lights on, lights off, and come in and check it every couple weeks. But it's so low maintenance that I'm hopeful that I'll come back in August, and everything will be more or less okay. All right, so in yesterday's video, I showed you my new Phalaenopsis philippinensis, and you can see I've potted it up. It's in large grade bark in a plastic pot with some New Zealand sphagnum on top, and then it's just kind of hanging down, and I'm hoping that it's going to like it there. We'll see. You can see the distance from the light. There's the light up there, that panel. So I don't know if it's enough, not enough, too much, who knows. So we're going to just see how it grows, hopefully well. And then I showed you yesterday that I had gotten a new Cattleya Rex, immaculately grown, from Hilo Orchid Farm, and then I purchased it at Fantasy Orchids. Also looking really great. I hope that it adjusts and continues to pushing out that growth, although usually when these guys get transplanted, they kind of will stunt that newest growth. But it is what it is. Next to it, my Cattleya mossii has got its second bud pushing out. That's really exciting. Hope we'll see a really nice, maybe we'll see an improvement on the shape from this flower. Maybe. The other one has dropped off. And then real quick, I wanted to show you I had some questions about the watering system, so I'm going to try to go real quick. So I have a 5-gallon reservoir here. This is the Mist King system. This is the seconds timer that comes with it. I've got it set to come on at 7 o'clock in the morning, 4 days a week. And here's the pump. And the pump plugs in back over here. And then my water tubing goes up into the tent and in through here. And you can see there is a manifold there the water comes in on the left, and then those 1, 2, 3, 4 tubes come out into the individual sprayers. And so these plastic PVC pipes they're not connected to anything. They are just hanging here to give the tube something, to give it some direction, and then the nozzles just hang out like that. So it's not there's not any like plumbing happening other than just the tubing. So I just drilled holes in the side of these PVC pipes at an angle so the tube could go in and just have something to come out of. So that's it. Nothing too fancy. But it works okay, and when the water comes on, everything gets wet, which is very nice. So that works. It works for now. And if I'm going to be out of town or anything like that, that will be a nice way to get everything, the water that it needs, without too much trouble. Hopefully, that's the goal. So that is it for this second update of the weekend. I'm excited for those new cool growers to get going, and I'm excited to put those Restrepias in my terrarium and see if they like it in there. And hopefully the little isopods won't eat the roots and the leaves, but you never know what they're going to do. So far they've been pretty good, but but we'll just see. So that's it for My Green Pets again this weekend. Hopefully not see you again until next weekend. So until then, take care. Happy May coming up next week, May Day, and I will see you next weekend. Take care. Bye.